Playing some draft champions ranked match.
All right, Larry, thank you. It is indeed time for a Draft Champions matchup and what is set to be a great Draft Champions matchup. In the booth, I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis, and these guys should have a huge impact on the outcome of this game. They're ready to roll. We're ready to roll. Let's roll. Two teams here amped and ready for football, and off we go in Week 2 of Draft Champions. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. On first down, Brady. Over the middle here to Brown. A gain of 6 there on first.
That was not a completion that results in a highlight video. But at the same time, if you have those kind of completions all game long, eventually one of them might turn into a highlight.
On second down, here's Brady. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. A big play there on the screen pass. 34 yards.
A well-executed screen pass means the offensive line has bluffed the defenders. They make them think that they can just get through and get to the quarterback. Instead, they're setting them up. Little screen pass, lofted over them, and now they're in front, and they get downfield for big yardage when they do it right.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up and make those throws, and he did that. Well, we just saw the recipe for success right there. Big body, strong, agile, playing with great leverage in hands. Not really able to be blocked on that play. Close things down inside.
To throw, it's Brady. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Then he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run. Probing now early to try and get things done later.
Easy. 20. 380. 55.
Now Brady throwing on 2nd down. It's hauled in here by Edmond. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. It's caught. Stills right side. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From the gun, it's Brady. And it's caught. Touchdown. Jerry Rice from 6 yards away. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now a carry, it's C.J. Anderson. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Hoyer. A dump off to Anderson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Detroit! Set! B-19! Let's go! B-19! B-19! Set! B-19! Lucky 56! B-19!
On 2nd down, Anderson. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Here's Hoyer. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The big tight end, Clive Walford, the intended target. 3rd down here.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
Now Hoyer. Incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Here we go. Green 39! Green 39!
They'll look to throw again. And it is incomplete. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And as a result, possession switches hands. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
This confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go. The defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete.
Get off.
Good stiff arm and some space to run. Touchdown! 6
Gonna be
yards.
so
And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
And that's incomplete.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
Come on, dude, you're being exposed on
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage, look defensively. On third down, he'll drop to throw. He goes underneath for Anderson. Anderson loses the football. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board or in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time.
They can't expect that going
forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here.
You don't get this.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Complete to right.
All right, you got it. Yeah.
And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on fourth down.
Here we go now. Green 39.
That's right.
Green 39.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Finding time. His throw incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Here we go now. 319. 319.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. It's caught by Clive Walford. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
You might want to get a touchdown before halftime.
Time to step aside. We're back to Houston after this timeout.
You might want to get a touchdown before halftime.
Let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Boyer. Hauled in by Wheaton over the middle. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 11 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a New York first.
Let's go.
And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it, now the confidence is starting to rise.
Oh, wow, I did not do that.
The way in, touchdown, New York. Their dangerous wide receiver, 40 yards. And the Jets are able to make this a close game again. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player,
Still
I'd be in
time to
practice sessions,
at least.
and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now this offense ready to take over again. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time.
I mean,
that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Brady now on first down. It's complete to Brown, right side. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. And some options here for the offense on 2nd and 2. Brady to throw on 2nd down. And Gresham's got it over the middle. So the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Good night. I'm 2.
2nd down now after the pass completion. Brady to throw again. This will be caught by Brown. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Brady now on first down. It's hauled in here by Edmond. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. In the red zone this time. Now Brady again. And Gresham has it left side. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. He's able to find Inman. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They come out here in the I. Again, it's Brady. And it's caught. Touchdown. Jerry Rice in the final seconds of the first half. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Really? Are you going for that hand there?
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Screen play, Anderson.
Oh, God.
C.J. Anderson past the 20. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And with the clock at all zeros, they get the touchdown to make this just a one-score game into the lockers.
And you know what else it does? Besides boost their confidence, it doesn't change your game plan any. See, if they're down bigger going into the half, you may have to revise what you plan to do in the second. But now in this spot, within one score in striking distance, You go ahead and keep playing and do what you've worked on all week long.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. But gutsy call there. You exit the locker room with a lead. Tried the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They're already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
In the backfield is Anderson. And he'll get it up the middle. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there and swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
Boy.
He'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now. Here's Hoyer. He's got his man on the crossing route. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. Now Hoyer. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And as a result, possession switches hands. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back.
Bro, what kind of blocking was that?
They rolled downfield, get into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
To throw, it's Brady. Rolling to his right. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It's a good thing he even completed it.
When you hear screen, screen, screen on defense, that's a little bit scary because you know a big play might result.
He was so ready to get to part 2 of the screen, he forgot part 1. Couldn't get the ball. On 3rd and long, it's Brady. Over the middle, that's caught by Rice. A big pickup, 18 yards, but they still stop him well short of the marker.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here.
And look at this, it's a fake. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
Okay, that was a fake punt, and it was successful. Throwing the football.
Come on, I want you to quit.
I know you threw the football in your pass off of a fake.
Yeah, but unsuccessful back in my high school days. Old Tim Jones dropped it, hit him right in the numbers. But I'll tell you what, these guys, they love this opportunity, don't they? A chance to get involved. Touchdown! Ryan Matthews his second touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. So out now come the Jets. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Hoyer. Hauled in by Wheaton over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the fourth quarter. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Now he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on third and 10.
Detroit! Hurry up, here we go! Green, Detroit!
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to look for Allen. And this is taken in at the 5. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Keenan Allen, 48 yards. And the Jets have made this a one-score game. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now back out comes the offense. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And Gresham has it left side. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be second and 9.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did. Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete.
Easy.
Throwing is Brady on third down. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll push. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one. To throw is Brady. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Aaron Williams.
All right, all right.
A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
In general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Now a play fake here on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. Time starting to run out here in the fourth. This defense just trying to keep the offense off the board and preserve this potential victory. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. 23 yards on the play.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
I don't know how I was offside, but okay.
And, of course, the quarterback in this situation, he's realizing time is becoming a factor. Let's see if they can get some points on the board here late.
Well, if I pitch this, I possibly win.
Here's Hoyer. His pass caught at the 4. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up first and goal. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this.
Watch it now, Barney. All right, here we go. Green, 39. Back down in that Philly. Here we go. Leopard. Set. Blue, landed.
Hoyer. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense. But when you add to it, you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the fourth quarter. Got to feel pretty good as a defense.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Second down, the ball on the 2 here, second and goal. Fighting his way in for a Jets touchdown. C.J. Anderson with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Oh, wow, you're going to go for 2 like a little pussy.
Big play coming now for the Jets as they'll set up to go for 2.
Yeah.
Green 39.
Now what, huh? Now what? Now what are you gonna do? If you're still going for 2.
And big problems getting the play out, obviously.
Okay.
This will be a delay. There's certainly no gimme here on the PAT. They're backed up now to a 42-yard extra point try. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter.
Better tie it.
Set to go now with the
I'm gonna have
kickoff.
to take
These two
my
teams
shoes
all
off.
even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
13 yards there on the pickup, and that enables them to also pick up the first.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. It's hauled in here by Edmond. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Oh, I was doing good with that play. What a game. No, they're going to take it out as soon as I do good with it.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Brown, the lone receiver, left. Back to throw, Brady. And the hit jarred it loose.
What the hell was that?
It's incomplete.
Yeah. There we go.
And there's a good opportunity. Just want to ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
They brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
And Gresham, the tight end, brings it in. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Now Brady, throw left side, completion to Rice. Give him 18 on that one.
That might have just cost you
good
right
enough
there.
for the first. And as the fourth quarter winds down here, we're all even.
I think
no
that
one wants
just
this
caught.
game
I
to
thought that was
extend.
going to be
They want to go
intercepted.
ahead and win it right
That
now.
would have been game for me.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. Oh, no,
And that's
lost
game
the
for me right
football.
there.
And
Good
his
going,
guys
Ryan
will take
Matthews.
over at the 30-yard line.
Bro, really?
Now the
You're gonna
Jets
fuck?
offense
I'm
about
gonna
set
jump
to
to
take
you.
over as they head onto the field. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range.
Good job, Ryan
With the
Matthews.
clock, a decent
You
amount of
deserve
time here
to
to
still
tie
be
game.
in
What do
the
they do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage,
Target the sidelines.
target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher.
There we go.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off. It's the
I'm all the way back
corner,
here.
Joe Hayden with it. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
Ain't going to give me no screen passes, really?
But they have all
That
their
dumb?
play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that.
And right now I take my rudimentary kindergarten skills and draw where the tackle box would be, because that was close. I thought he was in the tackle box. He has to be very careful where he gets rid of the football from that spot.
Yeah, they say there was a receiver in the area, though.
Yeah. There's always a receiver in the area.
Brady to throw. Buying time to his left. And that will be caught, but out of bounds. Out of
What?
bounds, ruled incomplete here.
That's a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me
And
wrong,
the
he's part
crowd
of the
is
passing game
booing.
as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few words to say to us about that later, but I am still going with you on that one. Wide receivers work on a little bit more.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Throwing now is Brady. On the move to his left. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. Now leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
I Ryan Matthews.
Now Brady. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
I remember growing up playing basketball, my coaches always talked about communicating on defense, making sure you talk on defense, know where your screens are, know where the cuts are coming from, who has who. Well, guess what? It's the same thing in football. Even though there's more noise out there, you can hear all the screams of screen, screen.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. So here's Cairo Santos on the field goal try. The clock showing just 1 tick. This for the win. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they've come in here and stolen one on the road. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it?
Smart, you would have called a timeout.
Both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
Look at those highlights. That was actually a pretty good game.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at EASports.com.
You were doing more running plays, and I still had more rushing plays.
With that, we say so long, everybody.
Man. Damn. I thought I had it in the bag when I was winning 14-0. And he got a touchdown, and I got a touchdown. He got a touchdown. I got a touchdown. He got a touchdown. He got a touchdown. Bruh. 2-star. 2-star. 2 of 6. I might quit these 2 games so I can get a free pro pack. Pro pack. It's been a long day. I've been in a party all day with my friends. Oh my god. Now I have a headache. Bro, if I can't find a match, then Madden can go bye-byes. I'll play a different game. If I can't find a match, better find me a match. This broadcast my end. Damn it. I was hoping not to find a match. Damn it. Oh well. I swear, if I'm playing one of these same guys I played twice.
Thank you very much, Larry Ridley. I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis. We are ready for this draft champions matchup as you get a quick peek at some of the stars in today's game. We're ready to go. Let's get down to kickoff. Well, we thought this could get interesting. Here's interesting. An onside kick to start this thing. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team.
Where are you going?
There's two sides to every coin. You come on the road, you get the onside kick to start the game. What a boost, but you don't get it. And now your back's against the wall a little bit.
You're exactly right. You nailed it perfectly. And so many ways to go at it when you're on the road. You think to yourself, well, if we start on defense, we blitz them early, try and create a big play.
Yep,
if we start on offense, we throw the big pass downfield. In this case, they said, forget all of that. Let's do it on special teams and try and catch them off guard with an onside kick unsuccessfully.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Let's go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quan Alexander. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
Let's go.
Out of the gun now on third down. Over the middle, that's caught by Rice. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down.
That's certainly
like
playing
I think
down
you're
a
gonna
distance
punt.
very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Oh, wow, you're actually punting. Yeah. Oh, shit.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Packers pick it up. And a tough turnover there as
Antonio Brown, what are you
at the 6-yard line, first and goal. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Let's go. Blue 58. Blue 58.
They'll run for it with McFadden. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Darren McFadden punching it in from a yard away. And the Packers have taken the early lead.
Well, Brandon, he just followed his nose, and his nose took him to the end zone. But how about the big guys up front, giving him at least a stalemate in order to find that space?
Yeah, the O-line won the battle in the trenches there, didn't it?
What are you waiting for, bro?
And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. On first down, Brady tries for Rice, intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. Charles, when plays like that work, it's a thing to behold, but sometimes we see why they're going deep in the playbook.
And how many times have we been at practice and heard all the other guys chirping about, you know, I used to play quarterback in high school, I can do this, until it becomes a game situation. Not quite the same in many cases.
That one goes for 24 yards. And now the offense operates in the red zone. They'll run, McFadden. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Darren McFadden with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Packers add on to their lead. And he puts it through. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Robin here might get a break because it's so shitty.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Huh? It might break. Shitty. Scared to talk, so you're probably a little stupid.
They go back to the air here after the INT. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And Gresham has it left side. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second.
I'll tell you who was excited by that play, and that was the defensive front. They didn't need any additional help. They got to him in a hurry. And right there, he had to make a big-time decision. I think he made the right one. Protect the football, then protect yourself.
Maybe not necessarily in that order.
He will never admit to that, but he's probably been about himself first.
On 3rd and long, it's Brady. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. They'll roll him out right. And then able to bring it in. Give him 18 yards on that one. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
Why call me Big Boy? You sound gay.
Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Mexico City football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Man open left side is Brown. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And this time they go underneath for a simple pitch and catch.
And not only do you get the pitch and catch, Brandon, but you're able to keep the receiver moving when you hit him with the drag route.
Here's Brady to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Brady, this one complete to Gresham. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn: find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Time running out here on the play clock. Again, it's Brady. That's complete right around the 8. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. Very tough spot here for the offense to start.
Let's go.
Now a play fake here on first down. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson.
Don't you have a girlfriend to spend time with?
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Packers. J.J. Nelson, 93 yards. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Well, they were back in the shadows of their own goalpost, and that flipped quickly.
So much for playing it safe. I mean, a conservative, easy call. Run the football, take care of it, create some space, pump the ball away. But no, let's throw it. And sometimes a defense's aggressiveness is used against them because when you've got people backed up, your natural inclination is to try and really force them back, and sometimes they get burned that way.
And they got burned there. And here now the offense heading back out there. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. And his throw is incomplete. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Buffalo after this. Brady again here on 2nd and 10. Inman has it over the middle. And he lost the football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
Okay, after those first 2 drives, I think there's a head coach who's going to be calling for CSI. They're going to want some forensics on this. What is going on with this ball club? Unable to hold on to the football and take care of it.
Yeah, 2 straight fumbles for them to start out.
Yeah, you would think that this team would come in ready to go. Sometimes just mentally not prepared, and it shows up in these types of plays.
They'll look to throw now on first down. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Jerry Rice, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Packers add on to their lead.